Hey guys, Logan Richardson, Season 8, Episode 5 of Bones. Here we go.
You gotta sing something else, Louis. Some Kanye, CeeLo. There's nothing but opera, my friend. The neighbors complain. Dogs bark. The kids throw rocks, man. If you tried it, you'd love it.
He's just picking up your trash. Why do you care that much?
Soul is the music of the soul, Louis.
Are you sleeping in your office?
I'm in the middle of work, Booth.
No, you're not. I can see you right through the window. Get up. Open up the door.
I can't believe you gave Daisy the apartment.
You know, I broke up with her. I can't take the apartment, too.
Come on, man. Look at you. You gotta shake it off, right?
Shake it
New
off.
Girlfriend.
Shake
new
it
place to
off.
live.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe I'm dealing with a few things that are preventing me from moving on as quickly as I could. You know, a breakup like this makes one reevaluate.
Work calls. Oh, the dead waits for no man.
Okay, that. Yeah, okay, let's get back to work.
Let's go, Sweets.
Coming.
You know, it's just for a couple of days until he finds his own place.
Okay.
Is that an okay, or you can't be serious okay?
But I don't know what that means.
It means that we're talking about psychology. Sweets here, you know, the guy who drives you crazy.
He's going through a difficult time. It takes a village, Booth. I learned that living in a village.
Sweets will be gone in a couple of days, I promise, okay?
Booth invited Sweets to live with us.
Not to live, to stay with us for a couple of days until he finds his own place.
Is he still dealing with his breakup from Daisy?
Yeah, I feel bad for the kid, you know? It's tough.
Poor guy.
He's going through an early life crisis.
Who cheated on her.
Good luck. I don't
Poor
need luck.
guy.
This is not about luck. Stop. Can we just stop and deal with this here, the remains? What's up with this?
Oh, the Cochleomya macellaria eggs and larvae, measuring upwards of 4 millimeters, means our victim's been dead for about 36 hours.
Can we just deal with what's going on in front of us here? Okay, Bone, so it only took a day and a half to get down to Bone?
Heavy sharp force trauma indicates that tissue, muscle, and viscera have been ripped from her bones.
Where's all the gutsy stuff?
I think I might have found it.
Whoa.
Why is it bagged?
Oh, bag leak.
Whose trash can was that?
Superorbital ridges, diagonal
Yes!
Her face was scratched off.
Yes!
thoracic and pelvic regions.
It's going to be difficult to isolate cause of death.
It'll be a doozy.
Yes, a real doozy. We should get whatever flesh is still on
I
these
love
bones
him.
removed.
Please tell me that this poor thing was dead before any of this happened.
I'm sure she was.
Definitely.
Great.
Hopefully.
Hodgins and Cam are lying to Angela to spare her feelings.
Because the victim was still alive when she was eviscerated. So I out and out lied to Angela.
Thank you for that. And a monster guts his victim and then removes all her flesh.
In 1957, Ed Gein was arrested for murder, and while searching his home, police stumbled upon bowls made of human skulls, lampshades of human flesh, even a belt made out of nipples.
The heinousness of Gein's crimes diminishes in comparison to those of the Aztecs.
I have brought him up so many times in videos.
The human sacrifices were pulled from the fire to have their still beating hearts ripped out of their chests.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the bad days. What kind of freak feels nostalgic over human sacrifices?
Angela might be able to reconstruct the face from the face.
You mean the face from the skin, right?
I have an ear, some cheek, and part of a nose. No need to tell Angela that this was my very good idea. Teamwork.
You staying here?
All this stuff. Kids from broken homes really rake in the material goods by way of compensation.
Right. Take a look at this. Take a closer look, all right? Relax. Make yourself at home. Huh? Take things in.
Thanks.
Yep.
I'll piece them together and then I will hurl.
How long do you give Sweets?
I say he lives with them permanently from now on. What's ammonium hydroxide?
It's a cleaning product. The killer probably used it to wash away the evidence.
Did it work? Well, yeah, it's wiped out all the other evidence as far as I can see.
They will adopt him.
Well, I don't know about infinity. I mean, the furthest I went was a month.
Other microscopic facial features on each piece. Pick up the pattern and pair it with the corresponding piece.
Very Frankenstein-y.
That most definitely looks like a human person.
I know this woman.
You do?
What?
Oh my god.
Someone killed the Them Apples applesauce lady.
Them Apples applesauce is owned by the two girls that are on the label. What the hell is going on here? What is this, olden times?
Olden Times is not a legitimate historical reference, but I see your point.
Right.
There's a pickle maker and a candlestick maker. This is an artisanal community, Booth.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. Well, to me, I think it's just stupid.
The founding fathers were heavily influenced by the Athenians, which resulted in democracy, so...
All right, great. Democracy, Bones, not a pickle. Enjoy your pickles.
I don't like pickles.
Handcrafted, handmade products provides artisans with the authenticity they feel is lacking in today's technology.
How about them apples?
Okay, eat your pickle. We're here.
These are very good.
In the 1930s, Joseph Ball killed over 20 women and fed their remains to alligators.
Was this victim fed to alligators?
I don't think so.
Please shut up about alligators.
These wounds were made around time of death.
Damn.
The dimension of whoever did this is incredibly strong.
I can't believe she's dead.
She is most certainly dead.
I'm very sorry for your loss. $9 for a jar of applesauce?
My God.
Yes. You think somebody killed Jess because we charged $9 for applesauce?
That's not even a big. That's not a big jar at all.
Lupus. She went in for a monthly checkup before starting a sales tour. She was going to cover every farmer's market in Maryland, starting with Baltimore.
Can you think of anyone who would want to hurt your partner?
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's this creep Adam. He's been getting kind of stalkery with Jess lately.
Stalkery how?
Kept bringing her meat.
Meat.
What do you want? Here we go again.
Again?
You know, my shop is safer than any regulations that agribusiness paid for. You think I killed Jessica?
Well, we do know that you were trying to romance her.
With free meat?
Yeah, okay, but if you're gonna romance somebody, why the hell would you cut them to
Every dime of
pieces?
hers went into her business. I was just trying to help her out.
For what in return?
Nothing. Especially after this guy came in and threatened me.
What guy?
I'd never use chemicals. And look, you can accuse me of murder, but when you start insulting my craft, that's where I draw the line.
Good to know your priorities.
Yeah.
We need to examine your knives as possible murder weapons.
You want my knives?
Get a
warrant.
Yep. Understandable. I'd be the same way. You can't just take my shit. Always ask for a warrant.
Yep, it was mixed up in the garbage.
Even if you didn't do
It
it.
was a dead giveaway.
Some money? Wait, what was that? Go back to that.
So we found
Oh, yeah.
20 $100 bills on the victim.
The victim was at a farmer's market selling her applesauce the morning before she died. I mean, maybe that's where she got the money.
No, I don't
$20
think so.
$100 bills for
The
$9?
bills are sequential.
Meaning that they came from the same source.
We love our kid, but we're not spending $2,000 a month on
Yeah.
applesauce at a farmer's
Who
market.
bought $2,000 worth of applesauce?
I tested all the tissue. Our victim was perfectly healthy. She was lying to her partner, but the question is why?
Regular doctor visits for no reason. A wad of cash.
$2,000 in cash. She wasn't selling 222 freaking jars of that applesauce.
$9 a jar for Christine's applesauce. I'm afraid Christine will never know what a record is.
Digital will never replace
Why?
vinyl.
Hey there, you
I have a record
three.
player.
Let's go, sweets.
I buy vinyl all the time.
Working in a moribund enterprise gave me a lasting appreciation for the craftsmanship that goes into making a record. You know, I remember stocking this T-Rex album, the one with 20th Century Boy, and the liner notes, the album art, even the tactile feel of the vinyl.
So you need an apartment that tickles your same fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, where's my underwear, pal?
Sweets has been very helpful. He vacuumed, did the laundry.
Right, that's great. No, but a man doesn't fold another man's underwear.
Are those Captain America boxers?
Booth has a nostalgic side too.
You know, psychologically, we yearn for our past because we fear future.
Or you're just like Captain America. Let's go. Thanks. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Was Jessica healthy, Dr. Reese?
Yes, very. Why?
I know this
She
guy.
come visit you every month.
He's the
Well, that's
killer.
confidential information. Thank you.
Not when your patient's been murdered.
He's gotta be the killer.
Jessica needed money.
That isn't why she had an appointment every month.
Where do I know this guy from?
I don't want you to get the wrong impression of Jessica.
Okay, well, try this.
To have her blood tested for STDs.
STD's cash. Jessica was a prostitute.
It's not my job to tell my patients how to live their lives. I just want them to stay healthy.
Okay. Well, that changes
Yes,
things.
and I believe Dr. Brennan will heap praise on me for acquiring them. I got them from Adam Borchardt, from his butchery.
The suspect?
It's a lot easier than waiting for a warrant that might never come. I figured if our butcher butchered the victim, he might have done it in a similar manner in which he would butcher an animal.
I might have to heap a little praise on you, too.
Honestly.
It would be wasted. Look at the cuts in our victim's bones. Is it true that she was a lady of the night?
According to Booth, she may have been prostituting herself as a way of supplementing her income.
An occasional prostitute. Interesting.
I was thinking sad.
The nicks on both sides of the mandible appear to be at the ends of an arc that would have transected the victim's left side carotid artery. The killer was right-handed.
Which rules out our left-handed butcher.
I don't look so good now, do I?
Does that cheer you up?
A little. Oh my God. There is more than butchering and applesauce that's old school here. What? The killer is mimicking Jack the Ripper.
Oh, shit.
Do I even want to know?
Oh, the lantern provides oblique lighting, which bounces off an angled reflector and back onto the bone, which happens to be awesome for spotting scratches and microcuts on bone.
But mostly it's because it appeals to your sense of the macabre.
It does make those insane, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, what if I told you I found something?
What do you think caused them?
Well, I do not know, but I can certainly keep looking.
People think I'm creepy because I'm a pathologist.
That's good. I love this guy.
What's he doing in our bathtub?
Jets.
Our jets. In our bathtub.
Societies in Japan and Turkey encourage public bathing.
Okay, listen, psychology and anthropology, I liked it better when you two were fighting.
The list of bones that he hasn't broken is shorter than the ones that he has.
Oh.
Really? Now what? What the hell are you doing here?
Sweet, it's looking right up your skirt there.
We weren't expecting guests.
We're not expecting. What are you doing? Hello? Time out. It's not wait until tomorrow.
The victim was restrained.
This is looking more and more like an abduction torture scenario. We have a serial killer.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Jack the Ripper is back.
Serial killers don't dump their victims in garbage. Let's go. Out. Out. Get out of the house.
What do you mean?
Done.
My true passion are bugs and slime, and yours is art. But come on now.
What does an ethanol composed of rye, juniper berries, and licorice mean to you?
Juniper berries and rye points to gin.
It was the last thing our victim drank before she was murdered.
Was there a sign of any drugs, rohypnol, narcotics?
Nope.
Well, you'd think a prostitute would deaden the pain with anything she could find.
I hope someone isn't targeting prostitutes.
It would help if we could talk to the pen.
It'd be a
Just
lot
have a hard
harder
time
to
tracking
find.
him down.
Yeah.
Old Tom Gin.
Excuse me?
Old Tom Gin is an old-fashioned English gin sweetened with licorice instead of sugar.
Which is a few blocks from our victim's applesauce store. And oh,
What? The doctor that treated our victim.
maybe it's a coincidence.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Right, arrested for solicitation in 2003. You know, one of the most prevalent theories about Jack the Ripper is that he was in fact a physician. The clinic would be an ideal way to pick victims.
Right, and to ensure that the victim wasn't an undercover cop.
That too.
Yep. Looks like Reese is really in the good old days.
Sounds like he's not
Excuse me?
around.
Drop it, Reese.
Something tells me that was, you know.
Most doctors live by a code of ethics.
Harmless role play.
And paying Jessica, who's one of your patients, that's also harmless?
Yes. I follow my passions. Moralizing psychologists like you that make society puritanical and narrow-minded.
It's psychologists like me that understand that you are, to coin a 19th century term you might be familiar with, a paraphiliac.
Ooh.
But even though you were paying her, you still had to get Jessica drunk to get her to play along.
Jessica had never been handcuffed before. Next thing I know, the front door is kicked in. This 250-pound behemoth throws me across the room.
Whoa.
Okay.
I mean, he was obviously furious, but he was silent. No threats, nothing. Those tools are very valuable. That's the only reason that they were hidden.
Okay.
The considerable space between the blade and the V-shaped incision suggests this knife is too small to be the murder weapon.
But we've only just begun. Sure looks like the doc loved his sharp objects.
All of these incisions appear to have been made in a downward motion at precisely the same angle.
Meaning...
The killer was even more precise than we had originally thought.
Or...
Well, I can't think of anyone more precise than a doctor.
Or a machine.
You know what? It's a great tub.
Oh, it really is. Those jets are awesome.
All right, enough with the tub talk.
I'm looking for an apartment.
So proud of you.
Paranoid, unrequited love could definitely fuel feelings of intense rage.
That's him. That's our guy. I gotta find him.
I gotta find an apartment.
Where were you living prior?
These are all the photos of the drivers caught running the red on Reese's block on Saturday night when Jessica was with Reese, right across the street from Reese's building. There he is.
You sure this is our guy?
That's lucky.
Well, yeah.
That's lucky.
Let's get the
That's
FBI to post
incredibly
it on
lucky.
news. See if the public can identify.
Someone just so happened to commit a traffic violation, and the guy you're looking for is in the background, like the background of that traffic violation.
Jessica's father and I were best friends. I promised him that I would take care of his daughter. I got photos of me and Jess since she was 5. Okay? You can check it all out. As Jess got older, she didn't need me as much. She calls me out of the blue about some guy who was scaring her.
The butcher? So you figured out that she was...
Yeah, I saw it.
So you followed her?
I heard her scream. So I kicked down the door.
And you stuffed her client in the closet.
I came this close to killing him. You and me could be sitting here now, only you'd be right. Agent Booth, you got anybody that you're responsible for? Who needs help, even though they feel like they gotta be out in the world on their own?
Oh, yeah.
I told Jess that I could get investors for her applesauce company so that she could stop.
And is she gonna take the deal?
She said she'd think about it.
That was the last night you saw her.
Yes.
4 incisions to the skull, 7 to the right arm, 6 to the left.
It appears as if the spacing between the incisions on the left arm is equal to the spacing between the incisions on the thoracic region.
Whoa. What is this telling us?
This is the position the victim was in when her flesh was removed.
Why would she stay in the same position throughout the entire attack?
Because it had to have...
She was already dead at this point?
Or a machine.
She could have been paralyzed and forced to bear witness to the systematic carving of her own flesh.
The evidence indicates that this was done by some kind of machine.
I don't get it. I don't get what does that, though.
Her partner might have been angry enough to murder.
Come on, really over applesauce?
For artisans, it's their life. I'm gonna move out of the house tonight.
All right, you found a place.
You've been great, but I think we both know it's time I face the world on my own.
It's time. Brooke Minsky, we have a search warrant here.
Oh my.
I've got orders to fill and I'm all by myself.
Well, you should have considered that before you killed Jessica.
We know that Jessica came to visit you before she left for Baltimore. We know what you two were talking about.
I believe I discovered the murder weapon.
It's a ribbon blender. We use it to blend spices into our sauce.
If the victim fell into this blender while the blades were spinning, the blades would have continuously sliced her at a 45-degree angle while removing the flesh.
It was an accident, wasn't it? Look, it looks much better to the jury if you tell me that it was an accident before Bones here finds any evidence.
Would it have been so bad to make some money?
My parents only cared about money. It destroyed their marriage. It destroyed my childhood. I didn't mean for Jessica to fall in. I'm sorry.
Girl, how hard did you slap her? I swear, some of these scenes, they repeat. I feel like I've seen that.
Guilty.
Plus, keeps the doctor away.
Actually, eating too many apples could do the opposite, since they contain a lot of sugar. You could get diabetes.
Right. It's $9 down the drain. You know what?
Did I somehow give you the impression that you should leave because you haven't overstayed your welcome yet?
Go put the bag back.
Is this because you want to win the pool?
Oh, you know about that? Most cultures have ceremonies to celebrate milestones in a man's life.
Oh
God, this isn't about circumcision.
No, it's about dancing.
What? So I can't get my own apartment till I celebrate being alone?
That's right.
Anthropology's all about dancing.
Let's go.
You getting in on this?
Bones, what are you doing?
Are you okay?
And someone out there who doesn't know yet will be getting the great gift that is you.
Lucky now.
Yeah! Stay over!
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay. Oh my god.
I feel so at home right now.
Oh my god. Solid episode. Let's get on getting on. Season 8, episode 6 coming up next. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. You can get these videos up to 20 weeks before they air over on YouTube. I'll see y'all next time.